about, will he ever change? Will he ever want something real with you? Will he ever treat you kind? Will he ever be loyal to you? Will he ever stop smoking, drinking? Will he ever start providing for you? Will he ever change? Let's talk about this today. And this topic is so near and dear to me because I wasted years, decades, with the hope that he will one day change in so many different topics, that he will one day be kind to me, and that he will one day provide for me, that he will one day be loyal to me, that he will one day respect me. Yeah, name it all. That he will one day have money and provide, be successful, that he will one day. I did that so many times, so many years, until I finally found out how to stop wasting my time. Who has been there? Who has been there hoping that the man will change? And there are like different strategies, and I did them all. Number one, not saying anything and just hoping. You know. Number two, trying to be really pretty and put together in hopes that he will choose me then. I've done that. Number three strategy, being so convenient, always being available at his wishing time, driving up to him, cleaning his house so that, he would change and love me the way I want to be loved. I did that. And all of that, guess what? Did not work. Let me know in the comments if you've been there too, if this ever happened. Even as a man, if you've been like just hoping, wanting her to change, this also applies to men. Yeah, just like being in a relationship where you just like hope the person will change. Let me know if you've been there. Okay, but I've done all of that. Then I've got new strategies of like acting like I'm not interested. I'm just gonna abandon you. If you don't change, if you don't provide, if you don't commit, if you don't respect me, I'm gonna break up with you, even though I didn't want to. Guess what? Did the guy change? No, he did not. Oh, he did. Sometimes he did for like a hot minute and then right back where he was. Because it was manipulation from my side. He was just scared to lose me. That's why he changed for a hot minute, right? Then I had a new strategy, and that was, I'm a coach, right? And that was already my coaching time. I'm a coach. I know how to teach people. I know how to coach people through things. And a lot of guys were telling me, I really want to do it, but I just have this and 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 this problem. Great. I'm a life coach. I'm going to help you with your problem. I'm going to teach you how to behave. I'm going to teach you the manners. I'm going to teach you the right mindset. I'm going to work with you. I used my coaching skills on a complete wrong person. It's like using your nail polish on your lips. It's amazing on my nails, but like on my lips, it's freaking toxic. So yeah, I did that. I'm gonna admit. And I used my coaching skills on men, wanting to change them. And guess what? Did he change? No. No, he just did not. Complete waste of time. What else did I do? Nagging, complaining that he changed. Giving him a hard time, drama, giving him hell. I did all of the things. Everything. And in the end, the only thing that stayed and was a long-term change was hope. Hope. And if you're like me, Thank you so much. If you're like me, you're a very driven person. Yeah. I'm always very driven and determined. Like if I have a problem, I just keep trying. Yeah. Hi everybody. So good to see you. Um, I just keep trying. Sorry. And whenever I had a problem in a relationship, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna work on it. I'm just going to teach him. I'm just going to be kind. I'm just, I just kept trying, and it completely backfired because this quality to be determined, this quality to keep trying, to keep giving effort, to teach people, like, I have a team, I have to sometimes guide them. Those qualities are amazing for your career. But in relationships, for both men and women, but especially for women, it's going to backfire so much. So good to see you. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Yeah. Okay, so it's going to backfire if you hope and try to change the person. I'm going to tell you why. Because number one, the person has free will. The other person in the relationship has free will to be who they want to be. So only because you cope, you try to change them, you try to teach them, you try to punish them, you try to abandon them, you try to silence them, you try to be amazing so that they choose you, it anything will not change until they want to change. They have free will. Hi everybody, so good to see the highs in the comments. Yeah, so they have free will. They are not going to change unless they freaking want it. Okay, if I would do tattoos, I would tattoo that on my, I don't know, wrist. People have free will, don't change them. God himself gives people free will. Yeah. Thank you so much. Oh, you guys are from India. So good to have you all international viewers. Okay, so that was my number one mindset shift that I had to do to get out of that hopeless addiction of being stuck for years, putting in effort that's just fruitless and useless. Number one, free will. People have free will, don't change them. Oh, you're from Poland. I'm actually born in Poland, but I grew up in Germany. So I'm a lot in Gdańsk. And I can speak Polish too, by the way. So good to see you, Lena. Okay, so number one principle, people have free will. Number two, what I had to learn is that I get to communicate like a healthy adult. That means none of these games I just told you, punishing, withdrawing, making drama, crying, forcing, nagging, all of that is toxic. All of that is unhealthy, manipulative. No, just communicate like a healthy adult means just sitting here and saying, you know what, I really wish to be with a man who wants something real, who wants commitment, who wants children with me, who is happily going to provide for me, who is happily going to be kind to me, who can control his temper. A man who doesn't have a problem with not cheating, but who is just happily being with me and doesn't has the need or desire to go out with other women. Just like putting this into the conversation, putting this into the universe was enough. It's just that simple. By the way, I do have a communication course. It's called How to Talk to a Millionaire. It's for women, how to talk to men. It's quite intense. It has so many details how to communicate with men that they can hear you. So if you want to check that out, the link is in my course overview. And if you are interested in having guidance from me, you would love to have support on your dating, relationship, or even marriage journey, make sure to reach out for a free love audit call. You can directly talk to me and share with me your situation, and then with that call, we can see if we are a good match. Yeah, the link for the free love audit call, if you're interested in private coaching, is in the description box or in my bio. Thank you so much saying you love my hair. Yeah, actually today I wasn't even like doing so much like style, but I just thought I'm gonna hop on live here because I just miss you guys. I've just been so busy last weeks, just with living life, other projects, but I'm just so happy to be here and connect to you all. What's your name? My name is my coach name you could say is Ellie, but my full name is Elizabeth. Yeah. I'm so happy you love the videos. That means so much to me to see this comment. Thank you so much for giving me feedback. If you guys love my videos, please let me know in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up. Then I'm even more motivated to come more online and share everything that you are interested in. And also, if you have topics that you're interested in, you can send me an email and then just let me know. I'm going to make a video about this. But I'm sure most people can relate to the topic of I want to change him or her. We all do that because we don't want to go through a breakup. We love the person. We are attached to the idea of them. And it's like, yeah, let's just change them, you know? Yeah. Okay. So communicating. And after I communicate this to the universe, to my partner, holding the free will, allowing the person to either say no or to behave like a no, because sometimes people say yes to please, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm not going to forget to take out the trash anymore. I'm not going to curse anymore. I'm not going to, yeah, I'm gonna provide for you one day. Like, they're gonna say yes. A lot of guys gonna say yes. And a lot of people gonna say yes, but they won't do it. And behavior is a language as well, right? So to let the person say what they want to say, but to allow them to make a decision. And by the way, that was a huge one for me too. I don't know why I was so naive, but I was, and I'm sure many people can relate. I would just get like a full load of hope once the guy I was dating would say, yes, I promise I will provide for you. I promise we will marry one day. I promise I will not curse anymore. I will be kind and hold my temper. All of the red flags promised away. The thing is, my biggest love language, maybe you guys heard about the 5 love languages, my biggest is affirmations. So when I hear this affirmation, it's like, ding, of course, he just promised to me he's gonna do that. Yes. Yeah, that's me. So because I know myself, I'm like, Ellie, chill, watch his behavior. Don't be too happy when he says, I promise, I'm gonna change. I would like fall into that over and over and over again. Can you guys relate? Yeah. So, not only believing words, look at the action and take notes. Take notes, take screenshots. Journal. Have a journal where you document the actions because, one hot night, one nice dinner, one beautiful promise, and all you are head over heels for the guy or for the woman again, and then you forgot what they did. I've been there. I've done that. So if you are there, I've got you. Do a journal. Look at the actions. Okay? And talk to others. It really helps to ground yourself in reality when you talk to others. Talk to friends, family. Of course, I always have a coach, so I get to talk to my coach as well. But like talk to other humans. But if you can talk to an expert on that also really helps you like seeing clearly, okay, to see clearly. I'm just a little bit happy because I'm seeing two people in my chat talking to each other. By the way, guys, I've been long time thinking about doing like a matchmaking um, site, website, or app because I have both female and male viewers. You guys just can meet each other. And then if you view my videos, you're gonna have similar values. So I guess it's already going on in my DMs. Great. I'm happy. Universe brings you guys together. Okay, yeah. But where have I been? Where have I been? I have been saying that talk to people, it really grounds you into what's actually happening. Yeah. And I don't know if you've been there, but whenever something bad happened in my relationship, I used to hide that because I deep down knew if I would tell someone, they will tell me to break up with the person, to leave the person, and I didn't want to hear that. And the solution isn't necessarily to just talk about it because most people are going to just tell you, why don't you just break up with them? But if you are like this and you just don't want to talk about this, I highly recommend you to reach out for a free love audit call because when you talk to me, I'm not just going to tell you just break up with him. We go really deep into subconscious. What exactly holds you back? And that's actually my next point. What exactly holds you back from setting a boundary, which would be technically walking away? And there's so many things that come up, like this need to be loved. And then we would like work on that need to be loved being fulfilled within you so that you are completely independent emotionally, financially, physically, and actually can set a boundary slash requirement of entry. And this is a turning point where most men are going to step up. So that you don't even have to break up with them. They are just going to step up because you yourself are energetically able to shift and change, you know? And the reality has to shift with my technique. So I'm not just going to tell you, yeah, just set a boundary, break up. No, 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 no. We have to really go deep into the subconscious, maybe some childhood stuff, maybe even some traumas, maybe just a simple plan and just really break it down. What's holding you back and what will be the pathway forwards? How can you set a boundary? How can you set the requirement that he can hear you and that you become a vibrational match of what you want? Yeah, sometimes it's not even like a fear, sometimes it's a benefit that we get. So, for example, I used to attract people, men, not only men, but also girlfriends who would need constantly my help. Yeah. Who constantly needed my help. Yes, you guys, you can exchange numbers or Gmails. That's completely fine. There's some matchmaking going on in my comments. That's beautiful. Okay, yes, tell her your email. Yes. So sweet. I'm just so happy to see that. I see that as a sign that, yeah, I'm gonna need to do like a website or some maybe like WhatsApp chat for you guys to like match each other. How wonderful would that be? The Ellie Taylor matchmaking community. Let me know in the comments if this is something that you would want. So, where have I been? Actually, I don't know, guys, if you realize, but the best friend list, okay. So, getting back to how to change your life, how to stop hoping but still have the results is, as I mentioned, it's nice to talk to others that they validate your reality, but they won't be able to coach you through that. There is a difference between someone giving you advice and someone coaching you through something, especially with being trauma informed, knowing about subconscious healing, somatic healings, and really being an expert in transformation. So If you feel like you can't tell anybody because they simply tell you, just break up with them, reach out to me. I highly encourage that, because life is too short to be stuck in a cycle of hoping for a guy or for a woman to change. You get to change internally and reality will change. And again, most people in a relationship, they level up with you, you know, they pick up on your energy. And I think I was sharing with you an example. Mm, so, for example, oh yeah, now I know. I used to attract men who always needed my help, right? Like broke guys who needed me to provide. And again, I'm not like putting anyone down. Everybody has their worth. But what I mean is just I didn't want to date these people. I wanted a man who is completely fine by himself and who would provide for me. And the thing is, I had to really work through what was holding me back. And number one, and for everybody it's going to be different, but for me it was like, if I don't help, I'm not valuable. Like, I did not feel valuable just to be me, because I never received unconditional love. I didn't grow up with my parents. I mean, partially my childhood, yes, but partially not. A big part not. I grew up with like aunts, family, foster parents. And I only felt love when I performed, took care of the other kids, took care of the house. So for me, it was like, I have to perform to be loved, you know? Like, that was one big thing for me that I really had to find, first of all, find and then work through, coach myself through it, but also have my coaches help me through it. And number two was like this feeling of being a good person, you know, when I'm the one who's giving, I'm the one who's caring, I'm the one who's supporting. I just felt like this pride, you know. And I don't think that was something wrong. I still feel proud to talk to my clients, to help them. I still feel proud to be here, and maybe someone really needs this information. And by the way, please share with people that live stream if you feel like someone is in like this hopeful addiction cycle and really needs to get out of that. Okay, so please share, because people need that knowledge, and it would really mean the world to me if you can support this by giving it a thumbs up, subscribing, sharing. Okay. So I was feeling so happy to help, right? But the problem wasn't that I was proud. I'm still proud. The problem was that I could not take the thought that someone would think of me of being a greedy person because I charge for my services, of being a selfish person because I say no to a girlfriend wanting to move in with me. I literally had girlfriends asking me for money, for moving in with me, like as a friend. And it was like, oh, I can't be seen as a bad person, right? So that was my thing. You might have different things. You might have different stories, topics, blockages, benefits even, right? Like, that was my benefit, like always being looked at. I'm so nice. I always help everybody, right? Like, I'm just the hopeful person. And by the way, that was also one of the reasons why I was stuck in my income for a long time, where I didn't earn more than what I was spending. And you might think, oh, I needed more skills. I hired business coaches. I had all of the skills. It was just not necessary. Oh, you need more discipline. I had discipline. The reason why I could not scale for a long time and I only earned what I was spending is because of the same reason why I attracted men who needed my support, is because after I received from my business the money that I needed for life, I felt like I need to work for free, and otherwise I'm a bad person. I just could not hold that idea, and it took me quite a long time identity shift to be like, I'm okay if people say what they want to say, but at the same time, I don't believe that I'm a bad person if I charge for my service, even if that money goes into my saving account. And it was deep. It it was soul level deep belief. Like I don't even explain that, but this was one of my biggest blockages in my life to wanting to be a good person. Like, can you believe that? It's crazy. But anyways, that was my thing, and for you it might be something else. I was talking to one of my clients yesterday. Oh, I just love talking to my clients. This is, by the way, something I just love to do. So if you want to talk to me, reach out to me. Mm. But I was talking to one of my clients, and for her, one of the biggest blockage is to be criticized. It's like really soul level hurtful. Like she just doesn't want to be criticized in her job, in her relationship. And we really went deep into healing subconsciously, healing timelines, even from ancestor, to like get rid of that trap, you know? So again, talking to people is great, but most people won't be able unless they have the expertise as a coach, life coach, healer, you know, trauma informed, to guide you through that. Because it's not about, oh, just break up and, like, I don't know, delete his number. You're gonna find another man who exactly has his traits, who also doesn't provide, who also doesn't commit, who also doesn't respect you, who also cheats. And you'll be like, but I just blocked him. Yep, because nothing changed inside. It's not about him. In fact, if you didn't change inside out, the embodiment, the beliefs, the, like in my example was like the unworthiness to just be and be loved. I needed to always help. And like the ability to allow myself to maybe allow some people to think that I'm bad, you know, that I'm not like such a people pleaser. So until I changed, even if the guy would have changed, like nothing would nothing would move. I wouldn't probably be a match for him anymore. I would like be bored and find someone else who desperately needs my help. You know what I mean? So that's why I love this work so much, because you've got the power. You don't need to wait for him or her to change. It starts with insight, and of course, actions are required then. For example, once I change this obsessive need to help people, just because I'm proud, but just because I also don't feel good enough just to be myself. Yeah. Just to be a friend, just to be a wife, a daughter, just to be a sister. Once I removed that obsessive need because I healed. By the way, guys, if you're not respectful in the comments, I'm gonna block you. So you can ask questions, you can more than welcome write comments, but they have to be respectful. Okay, I'm gonna take your question in just a second. Yeah. Just a second. Let me finish this one line and then I'm gonna take your question. So, of course, you're gonna take action, but first it starts within. So once I heal that unworthiness problem within me, once I was like, okay, people can say whatever they want to say. I know I'm a good person. Then I had to still set boundaries, right? So that meant if someone comes asking me the whole time for free help or wanting to move in with me, I would lovingly say, no, I'm sorry, I'm busy, I'm focused. And it was not easy. Like setting this boundary was actually not easy for me, because I would be like, I should do it. Like the old identity is pulling back, right? That's why also coaching is so powerful. And I'm so grateful that I have my coaches too, because you're being kind of like held accountable to move forward, to not, even though you have the knowledge, to fully go into this new identity, you know? So yeah, so that's what I had to practice. I had to practice saying, no, I'm sorry, I'm not available. Or if someone was like in need of something, that I had to practice to be like, God is gonna take care of them, and I trust that adults are fully capable taking care of themselves, and they can always, you know, read books, learn free content on YouTube if they don't have money for a coach, hire coaching. That's everything what I've done too. Especially I should understand that, right? I came from zero, from nothing, financially, emotionally, even family-wise, because I didn't grow up with parents. But I still made it happen. I took all the free resources I could get, and I invested money in myself. I invested money in my growth, personally, financially, in relationships. So people are capable, yeah. And again, there's nothing wrong with helping. I'm still helping people, but it comes from overflow. Just like coming here live and sharing with you all how to break the hoping addiction is my overflow, because I enjoy it. It doesn't drain me. It gives me life. Actually, I'm really tired today. Also, like lately, I'm not tired because I'm overworked. I'm just tired because I'm excited about life. Like I just wake up early and I want to get things done. And then I'm not disciplined enough to sleep early. So I'm gonna have to change that. But but even in my tired state, I'm just like, when I get a chance, I just want to come up live here. So you see, I'm giving, but it's from my overflow. It's not draining me. Okay, we're gonna be blocking anyone who is disrespectful. Yes. So okay, so let me quickly take the question. Is financial inequality in a relationship killer? Can a relationship ever truly be equal if one partner earns significantly more money and holds the financial power? So earning more money is something different than holding financial power. Only because you earn money doesn't mean you have to have the power. Yeah, and also power is something else in leadership. For example, a lot of my clients, they desire a man who actually earns a lot more than them. They desire a man who's a financial leader, who knows how to invest, who knows how to budget. They desire a man who is financially smart, right? But it doesn't mean that they have all the power. It also means that they include the partner, like her, for example, they include the other partner into the conversation. Okay, this is the budget. Do you have anything to as an input? Okay, let's invest the money. What do you think? Where should we invest it? Like if the other partner is interested. So of course, a relationship that's financially unequal can work. Of course, I mean, a lot of my female clients actually want a man who earns much more and who just provides. They don't want to be controlled and overpowered. They want to be led. They want to be carefree. They want to know that things are taken care of and they still have a say. But not them being the powerful, but like both being in a boat together as a powerful couple making decisions. Yeah. And they want a leader who leads, doesn't overpower, who leads them into more financial stability, who leads them into building wealth, into holding a budget not out of constriction, but because this is our budget and the rest we're going to invest. Yeah. So 100%, and even vice versa, even when the woman earns much more money. And I'm going to just share with you that I've been in this situation many times in my life myself, but also I have quite a few clients who are very wealthy. It's not really a problem, because when you know about polarity in a relationship, how to create female masculine polarity, you're still going to have attraction and polarity and respect. It's just money. It comes to your bank account. It's just number. Why do you associate money with power? Why do you associate your money coming into your bank account with you being more powerful? Why can't the couple together be powerful? No matter who is the money magnet. In fact, a lot of my clients, become the money magnet, female clients, because the man pays the provider stuff like the house, the apartment, and the food and the health insurance. Yeah, like the basic stuff, which can be, depends where you live. In Europe, maybe it's a bit cheaper than US. It can be around even like 1,000 or 2,000 euro or US dollar per person. It's like not much money if you have like, especially a good education. It's easily manageable. And then there are so much in their feminine flow and pleasure and spice that they are earning like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100K. And then why is she now having the power? It's family money. The couple has power together. Like it's just money coming into a bank account. You understand? Like the problem is not the money. The problem is that you associate power with money. That only the person who earns has the power. No. The woman can earn and they both have power. They both lead. Or maybe the person actually in marriage, oftentimes we romanticize, oh, the man should lead the finance, but sometimes the woman is better in financial literacy than she should lead. And the polarity can still be created because, I'm going to have a different video about polarity for you guys if you're interested, how to like create like the sexual polarity and hold it even in marriages. Because then other areas, okay, this finance she can manage, but like other areas, like he would lead in like dates and just like, you know what I mean? And why not? I would always lead in my relationships anything that has to do with entrepreneurship. I mean, unless I'm with someone who is an entrepreneur and who knows about finances, but like average men, if they would be with me, I would be leading that because I'm very smart in those areas. I'm very experienced, yeah. And it's not about the role, it's about who just has more expertise. That's all that is to it. Okay. So yeah, it absolutely can work, of course. Just don't give yourself the power just because you earn the money. And even if the woman earns the money, why she has the power? It's family money, both have power, both decide. And about polarity, that is easy to do. I think I need to do like a polarity course for you guys. Let me know if you're interested. But polarity is easy to do by simply leaning back, letting the man lead, like even in like everyday stuff. It's okay if you lead, if you decided to budget as a woman, if you're more financially literate, it depends on the couple. Oh gosh, you guys are crazy too in the comments. Okay, someone asked, are you 43? Do I look 43? Tell me in the comments. Yeah. Someone said, you're gorgeous. Sim's gonna go crazy with you. Actually, you're right. But you know what? I'm not available for that. I'm not available for a man who calls himself a simp or who behaves like that in terms of feeling not good enough to just, like, this is just not something that I would ever deal with. Like, in fact, if a man just does things just because, I don't know, I don't even, honestly, I don't even know fully what that word means. You can tell me in the comments. But if a guy, I think it means like, a simp means like doing something just to get the love and attention from a woman out of your league, right? Like, why would I talk to men out of my league? Number one. Number two, why would I receive anything from a man that doesn't want to give it to me? He just does it because he doesn't feel worthy enough. I heal that wound within me. I wouldn't want that. And in fact, I'm so empathic and intuitive. I know within a second that someone is just doing things to manipulate me. They don't do it out of their heart, their goodwill. They only do it because I don't know, they want my attention, my love, or whatever. Yeah, so I don't deal with people like that. Okay. Okay, someone said, but if she makes more than me, doesn't she have the feeling to be in a relationship with someone better than me? I think you need coaching, mister. You can reach out to me for a free love audit call. Again, why do you think that she wants that? Some women do, and I'm not going to judge that. I'm also going to say, if you want a man who earns more than you, go for it. Go for it. But some women don't care. Some women want a man who earns enough to pay a house and the rent and the rent, house, food, and she earns her amazing money and she's good. Like, he's a good man who comes home every night, who isn't cheating, who's respectful, who's loyal, who treats her well, and that's perfect for her. Why do you assume that she wants a man who has no money? Did you ask her? And if she wants, fine, but reframe the word better than you. Why is another man better than you? Maybe for her, you are better than another guy. Maybe you're perfect. Yeah, it's your own insecurity. You associate power with money, and you associate money with being better than others. Deep insecurity issues. And I'm not saying don't build your career, do it, but do it for the right reasons, not because you're insecure. Because life is gonna put you down later on. You're gonna have freaking lots of money, and you're still gonna be like, I'm not powerful. I'm still not better than others. And she chose the guy who has less money, but is kind to her. You know what I mean? Like, don't associate these things because they don't go together. It is the association that makes us go into directions that actually sabotage our life. So ask her, do you want a man with more money? If she says no, good. Then you guys are good. Yeah? And not every man with more money is better. And not every woman only values that. A lot of especially wealthy women, a lot of me, for example, or a lot of my other wealthy women, they want an affluent guy just to be at the same level. But a lot of them also say, you know what, if you just have a good career, I'm okay with that. Like, every woman is different. You know what I mean? And you might be saying, but aren't you contradicting yourself because you always talk about dating millionaires? No, no, I don't, because this is just my message. There's like, one message. But if you knew me deeper and you watch my videos, my number one value is free will. And every woman gets to choose what she wants. And there are plenty of women who experience luxury, who have luxury themselves, and they just value being deeply loved. They value maybe laughing, and this is what they crave. So every person is different, yeah? Women choose the men, not otherwise. Okay, that's what you say. I mean, people choose each other, no? They both should choose each other. Someone said, are you just a woman? What's the benefit of having you? Are you just demand? Or do you just demand things? Like, I don't know what kind of question that is. And why do you need a benefit of having a one? Like, are we like talking about iPhones or what? Like, what is the benefit between iPhone 13 and iPhone 14? Like, huh? Like, how are we talking about humans? About benefits? Like, if you want a benefit, go get an iPhone. If you want to have a partner, a human, you don't talk about benefits. You talk about, do I like this person as a human being? Do I want to spend the rest of my life with him or her? Are we compatible? These are the questions you should ask yourself. Like, if you see humans like items, you're never going to be happy in a relationship because you're also going to see yourself as an item. Oh, I'm a worse iPhone than the iPhone. I'm iPhone 13 and he's iPhone 14. He's better. Like, why are you guys thinking even like this? Oh, she's better. Oh, he's better. Like, what are we? Items? iPhones? This is not how to date. This is not how to build a relationship. Relationships are built by knowing each other, loving each other, being compatible, liking to spend time with each other, trusting each other, wanting a lifetime together or at least a short period together. You should ask yourself the question, do I like this person? Does she like me? Does he like me? Separate your goals from your worth. This is the number one thing I learned in my life too. Separate your goals from your freaking worth. Your goals, your achievements have nothing to do with your worth. Otherwise, the minute you have good money, you're like, oh, I'm such a good man. The minute you lose your job, you feel like a loser. This is like a very unstable way of living. The minute I have like a beautiful body, I'm worthy. And the minute I don't, by the way, this is right now the worst shape of my life. I've been always very much in shape because I've got injured, but also I took a break. So now I should say, you know what, compared to years before where I was modeling, I'm worthless now. Like, what are we talking about? You are a human being and you're worthy and you're gonna find someone who is a match to you. And stop comparing yourself like an iPhone. Have your goals, obviously, but for the right reasons, not because you wanna fill the emptiness of I'm worthless or worse than others if I don't do it. Do it because you want to do it. Yeah. And by the way, I've got to go soon because my friend just came. Okay. Big mistake when a woman loves a man more than he does. Oh, guys, we're gonna have to have another conversation because I've got so much to say that there's nothing wrong with loving someone. Nothing. Only if you close your heart and only if you are afraid to be hurt, only then it's a problem. Okay. So if you have any other questions, you can tell me you can email me them, you can tell me in the comments down below. I'm probably gonna do a part 2 of that video because I didn't finish my points on how to stop the hopeful addiction. So stay tuned. Right now, one of my girlfriends came over, so I have to go. And you probably heard the bell maybe. And yeah, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I see you in the next one. And if you desire to talk to me directly, you desire one-on-one coaching, make sure to reach out for a free love audit call. The link is in the description box or in my bio.